Hi, I'm Sherita Cherry, your beauty expert, and welcome to my color bar. Today I'm going to share with you an ombre technique on natural texture hair, and I'm going to place in a couple Glam-Lites. Now what I'm using today is 10 CB and 9A with 40 volume, and I'm using DPL with 5 volume, which is going to give those little Glam-Lites just around her face framing area. And you see I have my money green foils, so I'm going to actually use some separation. I have a rat tail comb, and as I've told you numerous of times, a timer is always important when you're doing hair color because you get that perfect hair color, hair blending when you actually time your color. It gives it that time to process and really give you that special event at the end of the color process. So come on with me now, and I'm going to show you. Let's go on and get into this ombre technique. Okay, okay, come on. Now you got to come this way. And you're going to get me talking about her hair. Right here. You're looking down. Yeah, we're looking at this. Well, you look at me first, and then we'll do it. And then I'll tell you. When I point to this, that's when you go. Okay?
Action.
You punched it?
Oh, it's on.
No, you're supposed to turn it off.
Oh.
What I'm going to do now, I've already put her hair in 4 quadrants, as you can see. Can you get that really close? And I've separated her bang area. And you see I made that a triangle shape. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to start at her nape area. And this is really a freestyle hand color, but because the nape area, you really don't need to really color this. I don't prefer coloring this because we're really not going to see this area. So we're going to go on and leave that out, and then we're going to step into our next section. And as I mentioned, this is on this is on texture hair. She does have a chemical relaxer. And then I'm going to freestyle a little bit so that you do not see that line of demarcation. And you're going to make like 1/4 of an inch sections. And you want to be really careful because you don't want it to look like she needs a touch-up color. So you see how I kind of like freestyle that. I'm going to put a couple Glam-Lites right in here. And I'm going to use a separation with my money green foil. And then, of course, I'm going to freestyle a little bit. So as you can see that, you're making sure you get really good coverage, but you're taking out the freestyling to take away that line of demarcation. So those are my Glam-Lites.
Stop.
Okay, I've completed her 2 back sections, and now I'm going to do her face framing area. And what you want to do is make sure, now with her face framing area, I am going to get her base. I'm going to ombre her base, but you want to make sure that you're very mindful of the amount. You go down from the mid shaft to the ends, and then you freestyle. But I'm going to go about 2 inches on her ends on this base panel. And I'm just going to freestyle so that she won't have that line of demarcation. But I'm making sure I'm really getting her tips. And around the face, you want to make sure that you can go up a little bit. And I'm going to give her a little bit more Glam-Lites around her face. As you can see, I'm freestyling up more towards her face, but, you know, to get rid of that line of demarcation. Making sure I really get it saturated and covered. I have my money green foils, and we're just going to secure it by bending it over. And again, I said this is on relaxed hair. So you want to be mindful that she can get color on relaxed hair. And I'm doing her tips, but I'm making sure I'm freestyling more towards her front. Just to kind of take that line out. The line of demarcation out. But really getting her ends close. And I said each panel, you can go up mid shaft to ends. But I'm doing a couple of them just really low as well. Just like right below the mid shaft. And just freestyling so I won't see that line of demarcation. I'm going to do another Glam-Lite here around the face. And one thing about the hair, the front of her hair, it's different lengths. So you want to make sure that you're not doing the same measurements on each panel, so it doesn't look like she just needs a color touch-up. We really want to... Okay, now we're going to do her fringe. And as you can see, I have this separated by a triangle shape. And I'm going to do diagonal lines, which is going to give me a little bit more dimension, but it's going to offset it as well. And I'm going to do diamond separations. And I'm going to do the very, very tip. Because we do want it to have an ombre effect. And sometimes you can go up just a little too high. So I'm doing just the tips, and I'm using diamond shape separations. I'm sorry, diagonal shape separation. I did use a Glam-Lite on the first one, and now I'm doing the basic color. And I'm just doing the tips. And as I said, you want to make sure you have about 1/4 of an inch separations in the partings. Another Glam-Lite. And I said you just kind of freestyle. So I kind of just play with it where I want these little dimensional lines at. So I've completed my whole ombre technique on her hair. As you can see, you see all my little separations of my Glam-Lites if you go around this for me. You see I have it all separated. And the foils, the green foils, my money green foils are giving me that separation with my Glam-Lite. So we're going to go on. We're going to go on and let this process for 35 minutes. And then we're going to go in and shampoo her and get her prepared. Okay, as you can see, you see her beautiful ombre technique with her little Glam-Lites at the base. Very, very beautiful, very blended. And I'm just going to turn her around a little bit so that you can see how it's kind of blended. And it doesn't look like she needs a touch-up color. It just looks like a very blended, beautiful color. And as I comb it down, you can see how it just blends. You really don't see that line of demarcation, but she has her pretty Glam-Lites on the base, and it just looks really, really soft and pretty. Love it, love it, love it. Very natural. She wanted a lot of body, a lot of bounce, a lot of curls, and we are able to give her just that. And this is just simply, simply gorgeous. Okay, as you can see, her color's just, I had to bring her outside because it's so beautiful. It's so natural. And you can see the Glam-Lites in it, just giving it a little dimension. It looks very natural and blended. And she's just shaking, shaking, shaking. But if you get to the front where you see the bangs, it just blends down to it. Turn your head towards the front, towards me. Yep. It just kind of blends down to it. So you really see that color just custom blending right into her hair. So thank you so much. Please enjoy this video. Don't try this at home. Go to a professional. I'm Sherita Cherry, your beauty expert. Enjoy.